Is Top Flight over? Yes, it is. Fuck this nigga
Done.
right here. I'm done with this nigga.
Bro,
I'm done.
I told my mom, I was like, I told you I'd get rid of him this year. This year.
You said this year. I told him I'd get rid of him.
You see at the end of the video, even Rockets walked out. Mark, they all
Rockets was in the end of the video.
Everyone say fuck Top Flight this year.
Yeah.
You notice how we said 2009 to 2019?
But yet we've been making music all 2020.
Oddly, more music
than what we usually do.
and this has been one of the healthiest environments making music. Like just
Yes.
creative, no pressure, no outside sources like, yo, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. It's just really like, fuck it, do what we want.
It's crazy. I wanted to say, like, it's not over. Of course, it's not the end of Top Flight as in general. Like,
But it's the death of an era. Like
it's the end of an era. The era will never be the same.
And it goes into multiple ways too, because you got the end of the era. After COVID, people are going to be like, remember before COVID?
Mm-hmm.
Remember after COVID? But it's like, it's also like we've grown as people.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. Like, I used to never be like, yo, I do business now. Like, we were always like, we're rappers. That's it. Now it's like, okay.
We're businessmen. Mm-hmm. And you have, like, you don't have the attachment to the industry. For a long time, we had attachments to industry situations that were like, oh, we did music in a specific form and a style and stuff like that to, like, try to appease situations.
Yeah.
And now it's like, fuck that shit. We're making music how we want to make music. Anything we want to make, how we want to make it. The other thing which I told you was on the phone that
You don't write.
I said that when I wrote the hook to this one, I was, because the thing that had sparked in my mind was that somebody had said that if you let somebody else write history, you know what I'm saying, like they'll control it.
Yeah.
They'll decide what the history is. And I always get caught up into the lack of history that has been written or recorded about us. And for the longest, I never cared. Like, if a magazine didn't talk about me, or radio didn't talk about me, or a DJ didn't play me, or anything of that nature, I always just like, well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I eat off this rap, or we still have these successful shows and tour and everything like that, so I never really cared. But then I finally thought about that, and I was like, when people re-look at history, they'll look at these shits that these people are narrating and be like, that's the history that exists. So at this point, I was like, I will write history. If no one wants to tell the truth, I will write the whole history of what happened in this time span of 2009 to 2019. If anyone wants to say we didn't run it or anything of that nature, like, I have numbers that feel different.
Well, no, it's like the good thing about us is we've been lucky to document the majority of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we put this video out. We only have probably like 20, 30 shows in it that are like sold out or thousands of people. But that's just a fraction of what we really have.
Yeah, because you didn't find a lot. You didn't find everything. You know what I'm saying?
It's tough.
You had a few things, and you was just like putting those the things we thought of real quick. Because me and you were on the phone talking about a whole span of time between 2009 and probably 2015, 14, that we didn't even put document anything in this video from.
Yeah.
It was just that little bit of time of 2015 prior to 2019 that we put some shows in there.
I think it's like we take this humble approach because we're so like focused on like mentoring these other artists, trying to get them to the level that we don't really like brag as much about what we do. So magazines don't talk about us. Like we could sell out venues more than artists, hit billboards, #1 billboards, Netflix placements, BET placements, Hip Hop DX, billboards, yada yada, bling bling bling, living off music, making $100,000, spending, buying houses, yada yada, off of this. But we don't really shove it in people's face. So because of that, we kind of get, like we've always focused on the fans first. And the media has never been a part of like our journey. Yeah. We've never been like media or cool people in town or influencers. That's never been a part of our journey. We've never had support from any of that. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that's one of the things that now it's our turn to document the history of what we did these last 10 years because there's a deep history of it.
And that's kind of like where the diss is, like why it's a diss to Top Flight Empire, because like we didn't pay attention we didn't do any of that. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm kind of like explaining like, yeah, I didn't do any of this shit, so it's kind of like, I don't know if you can say it's a fuck up or a mistake, because I'm happy with the ride and I'm happy with what happened. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm just saying that now I'm just at the point where I really feel like as I said, once you document history, if someone doesn't say it correct, I actually get irked now. Which at first I never cared. You know what I'm saying? But now I actually care, and I have the time today. You know what I'm saying? I have time today, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like if you say it and you don't say the truth, now it bothers me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I have the time today.
And there's a lot that's happened in front of the scenes, behind the scenes, and I think there's going to be a lot more talked about. Like I was thinking of blogs, going over things from like shit that I've done, shit that you've done. You know what I mean? Like people that's been a part of the team, things that's happened that have been monumental things for the state, leading trends of putting pictures on flyers, CDs, giving them out at the 20,000s. You know what I mean? Like I'd like to say leading the way in a lot of these things that a lot of people do now, and that we've set trends on a lot of this. You know what I mean? So when even the homie asked online, he's like, "So you guys dead?" I think the old me is dead. In a sense, like I'm burying the old concept. Like I don't want to be known for shooting my own videos or creating my own content or doing business or this or that. But now it's like I want to be known for that. Mm-hmm. We create a lot, and and the ones that do help are very creative as well. So like we've always had a super small team, and ourselves and the people around us we're all just we all move at a very high level. Light emotions. Hold on. I wonder why it does that shit. I don't know.
Technical difficulties because this bitch ass nigga right here.
We do our own stunts. I do my own stunts.
But yeah, I just feel like the old situation is dead. The old way we viewed this rap shit is dead.
So it's crazy when you sent me this song, right? So shout out to Chef Premier, made the beat.
Fuck Chef.
You sent a song.
I told you Chef be wanting me to do this. Like he wants me to do fuck shit like this. Like he wants me to write in a certain manner.
Yeah.
So he sends me stuff that makes me rap in a certain way. And he knows that because of the past situation when we first met and how I would rap. All the shit that never came out. Yeah. You remember like the one song about my brother and all that shit like that. Like none of that stuff came out.
That's still probably one of my favorite songs. But I like that shit. I like that that hit your soul shit. Like you're talking some real shit.
He would always want me to rap a certain way. So then shout out to Chef for sending it and feeling that.
See, when I got the song, I actually had to rewrite my verse a couple times to myself because I was like, you talk so much shit. And I was like, that's all the shit I would say. So I had nothing to say. So I was like, well, I'm not going to...
You had no more shit to talk about.
I was like, I'm not going to approach it that way. I'm going to approach it more in the, look, motherfuckers, I've been trying to mentor you and give you these details and you're not listening. You're focused on local fames and mentions and dumbass shit when it's like, bro, just bought a house off of this rap. You know what I mean? Like, you guys could do the same thing. And I think ownership for Colorado artists in particular is important. Mm-hmm. And at the end of my verse, I'm like, I'm going to put someone on. There's nothing we can do to put anyone on. Someone's got to want to get put on, and they have to be able to outwork everything. Mm-hmm. But I'm here as a resource or a tool to help somebody get on. And you are too. If someone cares enough to actually do this shit, and it's like, bro, it's crazy.
So, as you said, there is no dead Top Flight. We'll still be putting out a lot of music. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a couple acts we're going to be putting.
Yeah. So actually, so to keep going into the process of this video, you know what I mean? That's how I started. He came up with the concept, the idea on a Chef beat, sent it over to me. I got my part done, and then we got Rockets on board to shoot this video of this act we just signed. It's gonna be our first act we signed, and we forced him to stay later. Like, hey, can you shoot this little piece of the video? So he hopped behind. He's cool with the camera. And so we got this done, and then we just,
just having fun.
Collaged everything we do.
Everything we do, yeah.
But dear Colorado.
Yeah, dear Colorado, that's the basic gist of it.
We're coming for you. We want you to win, but we're going to force success down your throat and show you proof of all these. It's like proof of concept, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Amen.
TOP TV.